3 minutes early yesterday, 3 minutes late today, around 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and say hashtag replay. And let's dive on into this Thursday. So, I have been in a season in Georgia. Listen, it has been, I don't want to say rough. That sounds extreme. That sounds very drastic. But you know how when it's just been something else. And what's interesting is, and maybe you know this about me and maybe you don't, but I am not the best at hanging out. I don't hang out. I don't really go do things with friends. I don't really hang out. I'm either at home doing things, with family doing things, meaning my immediate family, right, in my house, or working. And yesterday, I got to go spend some time, and while it wasn't an immense amount of time, it was the perfect amount of time with a friend who gets me, who knows me, who lives life like me, who is on the same wavelength as me, who parents probably the same as me, who is into health and natural things like me. But more than that, she had a thought. She had something she wanted to bring to me. And it turned into this time of just, whether you want to call it strategizing or dreaming or vision casting, friends, it literally fed my soul. I love to dream. I love to say, what are things like currently and how can they be better? What are things like right here in this moment, but what is a certain spin that would take my personality or my God-given strength or something to put a little bit, just a tiny fingerprint impact into and onto something, right? I love rallying the troops for something worthy of cause, right? I speak about things that only mean something to me or will benefit your life or will make things better in some way for somebody. I don't just yap to yap. I don't just open this trap to open this trap. I speak about things that mean something, that are of value, that are of worth. And so yesterday, not only just being with a friend, tag a friend right now, who is somebody that you just love and appreciate, and maybe it's been a hot minute. Maybe you haven't spent very much time with them. Maybe life has gotten in the way, if you will. Even after yesterday's live, I was hearing from people that are like, my goodness, I have known you a long time. Yes, I remember Peso. Yes, I remember this story. And it's just so fun to know relationships of longevity, but also relationships of newness. And so after my time with my friend yesterday, I just had a new pep in my step. I just had something fresh. I had something bubbling up inside of me. And yes, it absolutely came from the vision and the dreaming and the strategizing, if you will, of yesterday's just hangout that turned into a meeting. And I was just like, where has this been my whole life? So what is it that puts a little pep in your step? What is it that breathes just new life and new energy into your day? What is that for you? Because I realized yesterday I was in need of a friend. I've been in a moment. I've been in a season. I've had a rough go this past, I don't know. It's been a little rough in Georgia. Okay. But oh my goodness, to sit with a friend and dream. And, I was going to give you a little teaser into it, but I'm not gonna. I'm just going to ask you a question and leave you with this. What if you had a circle of people that spoke life and hope into you, gave you some direction, and you actually were able to produce a little extra income. That sounds like, call it a sisterhood, call it a community, call it whatever you wish, but that sounds life-giving. In the days that we live in, whether they want to throw some shenanigans at us again or not, the election year is coming. Can I get an amen or can I get an amen? What would it look like if you had a core group that you did a little bit of life with, you did some dreaming with, you knew you would find truth in that sphere every time you got together, even if it was just for a short little moment, meaning it wouldn't take up that much of your time? How much life would that breathe into you? Because I'm telling you, after yesterday, we're going to create this space. We're going to create this space. And I don't know about you, but I have realized in the past, year or so or more, that the cost of living is a little bit more. And I'm hesitant to say that because honestly, I know my provider. Like Yahweh Jireh, my provider, he is provider of all things. But I also know that he provides by strategic downloads, divine inspiration, and will often give you business ventures to pull in a little, maybe it's this much, maybe it's a whole lot of it, extra capital for you and yours. And so, what would that look like? If you could write yourself a check every month for a little bit extra, how much would you write yourself? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So I'm going to end this live. I want to hear from you. And I am interested to know. So I've asked you to do a couple things in this live. I've asked you to tag a friend. I've asked you to answer a couple questions, right? And I think it's going to be good. So next week, I actually am traveling to Utah, the beautiful state of Utah. So I am not sure what my days will look like on Wednesday or Thursday, but I am planning to pop on here live and maybe even give you a little bit of notice so that you can join me. But if you can't, watch the replay and let me know whatever it is that's going on, and we will connect for sure next week, even if it's not in this car, in this parking lot, on these days. All right? See y'all then. Bye.